one stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm...
It's time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Detroit. It's the Bears and the Lions on Sunday night primetime.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Fields. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham, 72 yards. And the Bears have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jennings. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Fields rolling to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty scrambled at 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jennings flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
They'll run right here with Swift. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He'll pick up the 6. Brings up second.
To throw on second down, Jennings. Oh, nice move at midfield. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, Jennings. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give right side, Oliver. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a first down throw, Fields. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A 7-yard pickup.
Off play action. Jennings. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up. A long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. And more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Took a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Williams. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 64 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And, boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Jennings trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Back to throw. Jennings. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For good reason. Quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
They'll go in for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They run the option on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 45 on second down, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come out and reestablish the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Back to Montgomery on second down. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 14. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. They've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
It's caught. Beckham.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Oh, nice move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
When things really get physical, you're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
They fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time, how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for those. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before break. Jennings. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains. In the Battle of the Sea, he will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Buffalo Bills who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears, for the Seahawks. And they had success all season throwing the football. No reason for that to change in the playoffs as they've continued to move the ball well through the air. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, Jennings. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Jennings.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A throw there, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's got some space here.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Down to about the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Off play action, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Montgomery going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. On 2nd and goal, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Detroit back in possession of the football. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 85 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1 distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They run it here with Oliver.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Jennings. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Operating from the gun. Jennings
puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Now Fields.
Caught left side. It's Beckham. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 21 yards rushing for him as his big night continues.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. A nice little juke, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, Jennings. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jennings. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jennings. And that is incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Part of that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the option play now to the left. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Down to about the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Fields.
Nifty running by Beckham.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So here come the Lions now.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Jennings. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Back to throw. Jennings.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Swift. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Swift again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this, that's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps solve this one away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Lions down by 10, a little under 1:50 remaining. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On 3rd and 2, Jennings now a desperation throw deep downfield, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. So Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. Sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.